Well, hey, that worked. Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for our Team Health for Life training call. This is going to be more of an interactive call. We haven't had one like this in a while. And it's going to be all about you and practicing your stories. So we're going to start by showing you where this is. Here we go. We must say this at least 20 times a week. On missiondrivenmodel.info, there is everything that you need for a business resource, for building your business, for learning how to share Juice Plus with your customers, with your potential customers, how to build a business, how to create the best customer experience. Everything that you need to grow your business is right here. So under building your team, there's a tab that says your stories. And this is where our homework from this week came from. Creating your story. So I'm going to walk through a few little tips and tools, but we're going to come back to this. And then I'm going to ask for feedback from you all, what you learned as you were going through this process, what you found out about your story, how to retell it in a way that is captivating, a way that helps people connect with your words, and a way that doesn't make people feel like you're giving all of the information to them at once. You're just giving them enough to ask more questions. So now I'm going to go to there we go. How to share your story. See if it can come back. Well, pardon me. Oh, there we go. How to share your story in a way that makes others want to know more. So we have a lot of stories with our shred experiences that are before and after. So our before and after, when you're telling your story, think about what your life, what your health was like before you started taking Juice Plus, and then after you have added that into your diet. So that's a very important part of telling your story. Make your story short, not long. When people hear too many words, my husband says this all the time to me, you cannot leave voicemails that are over 30 seconds. People will not listen to them. And I'm like, okay, sure. I will make sure that I practice asking what I need from the person when I leave them a message. So the same thing applies to your story. Obviously, we can have a story that is longer, but we need to practice a 3-minute and under story. Another thing that is very important as you're sharing, share from your heart and not your head. And I will say for me, this was probably my most, the hardest thing for me, because I'm just going to share a confession. I like to feel like I am knowledgeable. I like to feel like I know the information. I like to feel like I know the research, and I don't like to be seen as someone who makes very quick judgments or very spontaneous choices. I like to seem like I'm making educated choices. So my story initially was very much about science, very much about research, and not about my personal experience. And it's fantastic to rely on the research, but people want to know why you chose it. People want to know why you decided to start Juice Plus. They want to hear what you felt when you made that decision. So stepping into your product story, what was your normal before you started taking Juice Plus? Were you sick? Did you have seasonal allergies? Were you picking up every sniffle that was in your office? Were your children sick all the time? And what did you feel like your life was like when you were constantly running to doctor's offices or constantly picking up allergy meds or whatever the case may be? So think about your before and then ask yourself, what is your life like now? So for our family, we started recognizing when I started paying attention to, and I was just sharing this a few minutes ago, when I moved to Nashville, Nashville is like, they say that there are more allergens than a dust bowl, than the rainforest, the Amazon rainforest, because we live in like a bowl between two mountain ranges. And so a lot of allergens get trapped in the area. And so the first year I lived in Nashville, I picked up every seasonal allergy you can possibly think of. Well, I started doubling up on my Juice Plus and doing some other things like eating local honey, drinking more water. And my second year here and my third year here, I started noticing I don't have the scratchy throat anymore. I'm not having the cough anymore. So I started tracking, like, okay, now my life is like, I'm not buying Nasonex, or I'm not using Claritin, or whatever that is. So that makes me feel really great that I can go be outside sitting at a baseball field and right at early springtime without feeling like my eyes are I'm going to need to claw my eyes out from all of the allergens. So just notice what your life was like before and what it's like now. The next story piece we're going to talk about is stepping into your business story. Why did you start sharing Juice Plus? If you're new, what would you like to see happen with your business? That's something to really think about. What would you like to see? Where would you like to be this time next year after being a Juice Plus representative? If you're not new, what is your paycheck paying for now? That's something that's really powerful when you think about that check that comes in every month, what that means to your family. For my family, it means that I had education choices for my children. And that's a really big deal because it was something that my heart wanted, and I wanted to pursue that. And that's what my paycheck is going toward. Why is that important to you? It might be that your paycheck pays for a car payment. That's very important because that means that you get to add to or contribute to your family budget. What if you were earning $500, $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month? What would that do for your family? How would that change your family's finances from where you are now? What would that do for you? So whether you are new or if you've been in this business for a long time, think about those things and what they would do for your family's finances. And the last thing that I will share with you here is just a quote. Feeling gratitude, which is a heart emotion, and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. I really thought about this quote and thought about, I have always had gratitude for Juice Plus, the product. It really did change my family's health picture. It really changed my husband's health, and it transformed our family as a result of us saying, yes, I'm going to share the product with you. But also, I have an incredible feeling of gratitude about the business itself now and what it has done for my family. And I love the thought of if I'm not sharing that with someone, that I'm also withholding a gift from them because of what it has done to my family's finances. And I really want to continue to educate my team about being bold about taking that piece of it and feeling like you're gifting people with something that could really bless their families. So I'm going to pause right here and take this off. I'm going to stop our screen share, and I am going to open it up for you all to share your short story, your business story, and if you want to share a longer version. I'm not sure where we just went. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm not sure where the screen went. But if you would unmute yourself, and then we'll just take turns. And anyone who wants to volunteer to go first, please go ahead. All right.
Liz,
somebody brave in the room.
Liz was trying to speak. You're muted, Liz.
I'm not sure where my video, sorry, y'all. I'm not sure where my video went.
I can see you. We can all see you.
I know. I think y'all can see me. I can't see myself, but.
Oh.
All right. All right. Well, I guess I'll go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you like me to share my story, or what would you?
Let's go with your product story first and then your business story second.
Okay. This is definitely going to be just a rough draft. So
it's okay.
We're still working on it. Work in progress here. Okay. Well, I start with the product story. So I've been interested in health since I was in high school, and I'm 30 years old now. So it's been quite some time where I've been interested in health and wanting to know kind of what it is that my body needs. And so I've tried different diets, and I've looked into different modalities for nutrition. And really, I got frustrated. At a certain point, I was just decided to not take any more vitamins because of the research coming up from that. So in my frustration, I, was just open to hearing more things. And I'm just grateful for Severin for sharing Juice Plus with me and being patient and consistent, and just kind of giving me time. And so what I've found is that after starting to take Juice Plus, more understanding, that it's just our bodies just need more fruits and vegetables, that I have had more sustained energy. I have not had as many mood swings with blood sugar levels. My iron level has stabilized, which I'm so grateful about because I had historically been anemic. And just the peace of mind too, of knowing that I'm bridging the gap between what my body needs and, what I'm actually able to give my body. And so I'm so grateful for it. I really am. And it's, I think the other thing that's been really great about it is that it's easy, and it's not something that I have to labor intensive. I used to juice a lot as well. So that's my product story, and I'll keep refining that. And then the business story. So I am a health coach, and there's always people asking what they should take. Do I take this vitamin? Do I take that vitamin? Do I do this diet, that diet? And really everything funnels back to, are you getting enough fruits and vegetables, and how can you get more fruits and vegetables? And so it just really made sense. When I finally said yes to Juice Plus, I just went ahead and signed up as a rep because I knew I wanted to share it with people too, and have it be a way that would be easy for them to get more access and more fruits and vegetables in their diet.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. See, I love when people are bold enough to share your story, in your inner circle, because we're here to cheer you on. We want you to succeed. We are your support staff, and just the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. And then it just comes you could just say it anywhere with your eyes
Thank
closed.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Great job, Liz.
Good girl. All right, who wants to go next? I think Jennifer Harrell wants to go next.
I was trying to unmute myself. Okay. Well, mine keeps evolving a little bit. Like, is that normal?
Deborah and I were talking about that today, and I'll tell you that is something that we wanted to make that point, that your story will change and it will evolve and it will become more clear to you every year as you take Juice Plus in your body, and even your business story will evolve. Mine's evolved like tons of times.
Okay. Well, good. Well, I don't have any major profound come to Jesus type thing with my product story, but I was introduced to it not long after I graduated from college. So, and I'm a registered dietitian, so I studied this and I know what I'm supposed to do and I know what I needed to do for my family. But when you're actually trying to do it for your family and you're trying to teach people all day long, it becomes a little bit different. And anyway, so I started trying Juice Plus, but I was still really young and I wasn't consistent. And when you're not consistent with it, it just doesn't reap the you don't feel the value. And so that was kind of what happened with me. So jump forward 20 years and I started trying it again, and that's when I really noticed a difference. And I started honestly, I kind of felt a little bit like a fraud because I knew I'd not been doing what I was supposed to be doing. I knew I hadn't been providing for my family like we needed. And it wasn't for lack of effort. It was just ability to actually do it. And when I was reintroduced to it and I really started taking the products like I was supposed to, and I started feeling better, and then I found out about the Children's Health Study, I mean, that was kind of a no-brainer. And I started feeling better. I started feeling less, I'm in the hospital 5 days a week at minimum, and I'm on an infectious disease floor. And if anybody's going to catch something, it's going to be me. So, I stopped with all of the typical symptoms that my coworkers would start experiencing. And I just felt better. And so I know from studying it that prevention is, and seeing it every single day, that prevention is where I want to be. I don't want to be in one of those beds with the chronic diseases that some of my patients have, or a lot of my patients have. And so we just had to buckle down and really get to taking care of it now, before it got to the point where you are having to kind of treat a chronic disease. And I know that nutrition is the basis of that. Nutrition, and at the cellular level, I know that that's where it's got to start. And Juice Plus is, by far the best product that there is out there. The only product that really does what it needs to, what we want it to do, what our bodies need it to do. So that's my product story.
Yay. Awesome.
Good job. Yeah.
And
but it kind of transitions into my business story at that point, because like if I know what I'm feeling and how it's affecting my family, and then I want to start sharing it. So I did, and I just wanted it to cover my product costs originally. Christy, bless her heart, she stayed on me for probably 9 months trying to convince me that it would be okay. It'd be okay to do this. So that's where I went with that. That's why I started sharing, is because I wanted everybody else to reap the benefits of potentially not, or more than likely not having the same chronic diseases that I was seeing every single day. And that's very frustrating. That's very frustrating when you hear the no's, because you want them to be well. From my perspective, what I see, I want people to not ever have to experience that. But that was where I started, is I just wanted to offset the cost of my product. And it's just kind of grown from there, from the people that I've shared it with.
Can I say something right there? I've heard you say something that you've never said before. You incorporated the fact that you work on an infectious disease floor, and that's powerful. That is a powerful piece to your story because you see what chronic disease looks like on a regular basis. So that's your experience. And you are sharing that you don't want anybody to end up on your floor.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's like compassion right there. And when you share from that compassion
Amen.
point, gosh, I mean, like, I would want to buy anything from you if you were trying to keep me off of your infectious disease. I mean, really? That's huge. Great job.
Thank
Good
you.
job, Jennifer.
Anybody else want to go? Toya? Lynn?
I can go.
Awesome.
Okay. And so mine are intertwined, so there will not be a break.
That's awesome.
So several years ago, I had just really reached a desperate mommy moment. My kids could not stay healthy, and we just seemed to be at the doctor's office what felt like almost daily, but probably more realistically, probably at least once a month. And so, it's exhausting going back and forth to the doctor's office and filling out forms and using vacation time to deal with sick children, and just taking care of our babies is exhausting within itself when they don't feel well. And so it was definitely by the grace of God that a friend shared with me a simple tool to get more fruits and vegetables into my kids' diets daily. And so if you fast forward to now, my kids are very active, and me and my husband joke and say, the doctors and nurses, they no longer know us, which in my opinion is a great problem to have. And so about 2 years ago, I started to have my own health issues and thought, the doctor had told me I would be on high blood pressure medicine for pretty much the rest of my life. And again, not the life that I really envisioned for myself. And I figured if Juice Plus had worked so well for my children, why wouldn't it work for me? And so I incorporated that simple tool into my life, along with doing the Shred 10. So I incorporated a lot of healthy habits and got rid of some bad ones, and saw a decrease in my blood pressure levels. And it just made sense. If it worked for me and my family, why wouldn't I want to share it with others? And so with that, I've met a lot of great people. The community is amazing. And, I never would have thought in a million years that I would have wonderful friends and be able to share a great product that I believe in so much. And that is growing me into the leader that I would love to become.
That's awesome.
Woohoo!
That is awesome.
Great job.
That was really great.
Thank you.
Hey, Toya, I'll tell you something cute. So Adrienne, who is on our team, and she's at the pediatric practice where we are patients. She said to me when we were, after she had joined our team, she said, "Wait, you are at Harpeth Pediatrics?" I said, "Yeah." It's like, Dr., I said his name is our, physician. And she goes, "I've never seen you in there before." I'm like, "No, you haven't."
Oh, yeah. I love that they no longer really know us.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes.
Anybody
you did
else
a good-
want to go?
I have a quick comment for LaToya. I thought you did a really good job of just giving us like really concrete examples of like what improved specifically for you. And so that was helpful. Like the things that you had that really dialed in. So thank you.
You're welcome. Great.
Lynn looks like she's raring to go over there.
I am, but I just looked and I saw that it's 8:30.
No, let's get another couple in. Let's go for it. Mhm.
Okay. I will say that I just walked in the door, so I have not gone over the sheets, but I did give my story today, and I gave my story yesterday. So
Great.
basically, I had a friend that told me she was going to take this product, Juice Plus, and I had heard of it before, but I wasn't really sure what it was. But I thought, at the time I was 40 years old, and I thought, it's something healthy, and I probably should do something healthy, because I really wasn't. So for me, it was more of a preventative thing. And so I began taking Juice Plus. I didn't really ask for a lot of information. I just said, is it good for me? And they said, yeah. And I said, okay, great. And then I was working with college students, and part of what I did was I supervised teams that were overseas. And so I took a trip overseas for 10 days to Croatia, and then I came back. That was on a Sunday night, got back really late. That Thursday was Thanksgiving, and I ran the half marathon. And then that Saturday, I got on a plane and went to East Asia to see a team. And I thought, I have really deprived my body. I'd been on Juice Plus about 6 months. And I thought, there's no way I can just not get on a plane for 13 hours and not get sick. Well, I didn't get sick. And the people that were with me were half my age, and they were getting sick, and they had jet lag, and I felt great. And so when I came back from my trip, I called the person that I'd bought Juice Plus from, and I said, tell me what's in this stuff. And they said, why? And I said, because I feel good, and I didn't get sick. And I don't have that lull in the afternoon, that dip. And so for me, that's when I really noticed that that it was making a difference for me. And that got my attention. And so I thought, well, golly, if I feel this great, I'm going to take this stuff forever. And that's my story. And then business-wise, probably about a year after I'd been taking Juice Plus, I left my job to do photography. And so I needed to have some income, but I didn't want to be chained to a desk. And I really liked Juice Plus, and I thought it had been a benefit to me, and I thought other people needed it as a benefit. And I had heard when I asked about it, I got in touch with the lady who sold me Juice Plus and asked more about actually what is it to be a rep. And she told me more about it. One of the things was that when you get to the top leadership position in the company, you get insurance. And so I was self-employed at that time, and that really got my attention, getting that insurance and just some of the benefits, the benefit package that's really offered, that really got my attention. Since that time, I've ended up not doing the photography and helping with my family's business, and I am insured. So that's really not the motivation anymore. But the insurance isn't as much, although secondary insurance is great too. But it's just, I think the company, the community of people, and our job is really to help people and get involved in their lives in a real positive way. And I just love that. So it's really the community and the mission of what it is, and really helping people get positive results for themselves and for their family.
Great job. Yes. Good job.
Good job.
I love that your story is authentically you, Lynn, because we know you, and we know you really well, and people that you tell that story will laugh too, because they'll know, oh, that's so Lynn. Like, she would just take something because she trusts somebody and then go back and say, hey, dude, what's in this stuff, right? And I love that. And that's the piece that I really think that when you can connect so deeply with your story, rather than it sounding very rote and formal, I take Juice Plus because, what? People aren't going to connect with that. And I love that you did that. I would like to take a second just to recognize one of Jennifer's new teammates, Ashley, who's on the phone with us tonight. And I'm not going to make her tell her story because she's just baby brand new. But I'm so excited she joined us tonight. She has asked some thoughtful questions today on Voxer, and I just wanted to say, Ashley, I'm so proud of you for showing up on our first training call, your first training call tonight.
Thank you. Can you guys see me? Because I can't see my picture.
No.
No? Okay. I'm not sure what I did. I came in a few minutes late. Had to drop off my son at soccer, so sorry about that. But
That's okay.
anyway, I've enjoyed
figure
it.
that out for next time.
Okay.
We can figure that out for next time. Well, I think unless anyone else has, Severin, do you want to share?
Well, I don't want to share my story because I don't think we have time for our 2 stories, but Christy and I can do that on Voxer with you all. But I do also want to recognize LaToya. She had a big day. She qualified for the first time. Woohoo! She is
Awesome.
working hard, and I'm so proud of her. And we were down to the wire today trying to figure that out. So I just wanted to celebrate with her.
Aw.
Yeah.
Go girl. You're becoming that leader that you were talking about, that leader that you want to be. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And I should point out that we're doing an event together tomorrow at 6:15, and she's waiting till after that to go on vacation with her family at 8 whatever. So God bless her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I'll share one more thing and then we can close it out. Tonight, when I was at my son's baseball game that started at 4:30, and it was 15 miles from here in the heart of Nashville, what a gift this business is to me, because I get to be present for those things. And, you don't really realize it until you're in the moment. And I'm driving back and I'm, so excited to be here and be present with you all. But the fact that I get to be present for my family first, and then, oh yeah, by the way, I get to have this awesome business too and support those dreams of my kids. Y'all, it means the world to me. It means the world to me. And I appreciate this beautiful community that I get to be a part of every week. Love you guys.
Thanks for your training. You did a great job, Christy. Thanks for leading us.
Yeah, you bet. You guys have a great night. Thanks for everything.
Right.
Right.